Hello and welcome. My name is Jeffrey Leo from Daston Corporation. Today we're very excited to be demonstrating our Daston dashboard, which is an application built entirely on Google platform and extends or shows our capabilities in regards to extending the Map Engine product. Let me begin by explaining some of the technologies that we're actually leveraging within the Google stack. So to begin with, we're using Google OAuth API. As you can see, I'm actually logged in here using my Google credentials. We also leverage Google App Engine, Google Coordinate. We're extending some of the capabilities within Google Apps itself with the Drive API and the Calendar API. We're also integrating, as you can see on the top here, Google Custom Search. We're using Google Endpoints, and all the data within this application is actually stored within the Cloud Data Store. So we're leveraging Google's cloud platform for actual storage of all our information. Other options would be to pull in data from any data source, whether that be a database itself, a spreadsheet, many options that are available for this. We're also, of course, the majority of this application is demonstrating our capabilities within Google Maps API, as you'll see in this demonstration using a lot of the visualization APIs. This application is actually based on what a property manager might use as a tool to actually manage their properties. Very flexible in terms of what we can do in displaying information. As you can see here, we have some charts, we have some summaries, so these are all using the Google Visualization API. Live items that can toggle different information as we hover over them. Let's look at some statistics in regards to the properties that we're actually managing. So we're pulling in information, like I said, from Cloud Data Store. We can pull this from any database. So we look here, give you an example. So you have some pop-up windows come up. Some great visualization really in terms of some of the assets and information about those properties in regards to income, expenses, etc. We also here have a running total year to date, so you can actually at different times see your rent, heat, your utilities, advertising costs, etc. The next thing I would like to show is a couple of reports from that data stored on the back end within Google's cloud platform, and of course we can build any custom report that you need, and you can print and save and share that with whomever you need. We have some other ones here like rent roll, could be useful. Let's continue showing some other integration pieces that we have within the platform with Google Contacts, so connecting to the back end of Google Apps and pulling in contact information. So in the case of property management, you'd want to have your contractors, subcontractors, potentially the contacts of people living in your properties, etc. So some great use of Google Apps integration here. Same thing with documents. We're pulling directly from Google Drive, go and visualize documents. So in the case of property managers, we could have some contracts and really any documents that are associated with a particular property. Next piece of integration, we have calendars. Again, we're leveraging Google's calendars. Schedule events. You may have some inspections for properties, etc. We can pull those all into the calendar. Obviously, if we're doing things on a monthly basis, we could have those repeating. We'll show you later how some of this technology will be tied into tools like Coordinate, so we can go out and push jobs as they come up as events in the calendar. So let's get right into the main area of the demonstration here, which is where we actually are using Map Engine and extending the capabilities of Map Engine and showing what the possibilities are and how we can integrate those to bring valuable information, and in this case to a property manager. We've shown a few different ways we can actually pull in information, look at information in regards to filters. So filtering out property types. So in this case, we're properties that have 5 to 20 units in them. It actually zooms in to the smallest area including all the properties that meet that criteria. Same here, we have other criteria. So in the case of a property manager, probably want to know which properties haven't paid their rent this month. Here we have occupancy as well. It's a sliding scale. So again, another type of filter. And we'll show you the display here. So as you can see, right here we actually have temperature and humidity. So this is actually being pulled in real time using APIs from these control units. A good example of that would be Nest, now a newly acquired Google property. So Nest thermostats allow you to pull information as these devices are connected to the internet, real-time information. So what we can do with this as well, keep in mind, is create some alarms. So if we have certain thresholds that are met, temperature gets too hot, temperature gets too cold, we could do things like send an email, send an SMS text, determine that there may be a water problem if the humidity level goes too high. So we want to be able to control this from a distance. Next thing I want to show you here is real live cameras. A camera pointing to the parking lot of the property. Of course, other use cases might be having a camera at the front door. And as we'll show you later with Coordinate how we dispatch jobs to these properties, we could potentially allow a plumber, for example, to enter and exit the property. So let's remove all of our filters. The next thing I'm going to show in regards to these properties is some other statistics. So we saw the camera, we saw the humidity. We can also use the visualization API right within the property in this case. We can also have some information that's pulled directly from Google, pulling up photos from Street View. Keep in mind, this is completely configurable in terms of what information we can pull in from multiple sources. Next thing I want to show you is we've included some layers here. As I mentioned before, this is authenticated against a Google user, and in this case, that information from a demonstration standpoint, based on the user, at our own properties, custom layers created by yourselves, or these can be layers that are publicly available, such as the ones that I've chosen here. So in the case of a property manager, might even be very useful for the tenants. Have a look at, what day is garbage collection at this location. We can also see that it's Miller Waste, company that does the garbage collection. So should we have a problem with garbage collection, we know who to contact. We could also include phone numbers and contact names, etc. directly within the layer itself. Maybe for election purposes or knowing what ward you're part of. We're pulling in public information from the city of Ottawa, and you could figure out who your alderman is in this district. The next thing we're going to show you is how we've integrated some other great Google technologies such as Coordinate and Hangouts. In this interface, we are showing different jobs and the different status of those jobs. So here, let me show you where our workers are on the map. Coordinate information directly on over Map Engine, showing the jobs that have been dispatched and to what location. So let's show you what that looks like. So we're actually going to dispatch a new job. As you see here, message that tells us we need to click on the map. So obviously we can click on a property, or you can click on any address, and depending where you click on the map, it may give you an exact address or a range of addresses. So let's dispatch ourselves a new job. Get the front door fixed at one of our properties, for the mobile client running on iOS or on Android. You want to give the person we're dispatching the job to some information. So who he's going to contact. In this case, Mary Wilson is the person that he's going to be meeting at this property. And we're going to provide her phone number should he be running late or need some further information. Let's submit that job. As you can hear, that is my mobile phone that's actually receiving that dispatch. If we look in our list here, obviously we have far too many. Filter it down and find all our jobs that have not been accepted yet. So in terms of accepting as well, what we can do in this case is send it out to multiple technicians, and whoever accepts the job first takes ownership of that job. So in this case, fix the front door. What I'm going to do is show you the real-time connectivity on my coordinate client. I'm going to go to my jobs. I'm going to go to this particular job, and I'm actually going to accept this job. See the status change. If I refresh here, you may notice we lost that job because it's in the next stage. We can also ask for where that job is, the address that we clicked on the map, that particular job, and it zoomed in to that location. Well, let's move this along. I'm not going to go through all the stages here. I'm going to accept the job, and I'm going to complete the job, and I'm going to check it out. We can also, at the checkout, keep in mind that we can have fields that the technician can fill in on his end. For example, if he required to dig into his inventory, his trunk inventory, or add some details about that job. So let's move to the completed state. So we got a lot of jobs that have been completed. We have our job of fixing the front door, so we can see how that job has been completed. The other thing I wanted to show you in terms of additional integration, if we click on the workers themselves, so we directly start a hangout. Same thing for the technician. So a nice thing about the hangouts is a technician may be on site doing a repair, come across a problem. Let's say he's fixing an HVAC unit, has a problem, doesn't have the skills, or needs the help of someone else, can start a hangout, and someone else on the team, whether they're at headquarters or on their mobile device with their coordinate client, they can assist and help out that technician. So highly effective in regards to using Hangouts within the mapping interface, and along with Coordinate is a very effective way of collaborating. Thank you very much for your time today. I hope you enjoyed the demonstration of Daston's capabilities within Google Maps Engine and all other Google technologies. Thank you.